welcome to the second episode of MYTHIC's 4 Cyclonic Minutes for Advisory 2 Subtropical Storm Ana, where I'm going to try to get through everything in just 4 minutes once again. So here we go for the second special advisory in Subtropical Storm Ana. Here it is. Its current location is 31.5, 77.3, which basically means it has barely moved at all since the last advisory. It has not strengthened at all. Its wind speed is 45 miles an hour, although it has deepened 3 millibars. Its pressure is only 1001. That puts it as a tropical storm on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Its forward motion is currently stationary with a CDPS rating of 21, which actually puts it all the way up to a stage 4, which means that it could produce a lot of damage if it was over land right now. However, it is expected to speed up, so that will probably go maybe even down to a stage 2 by the time that's finished. Here's the forecast track, and it's still expected to meander right where it is and slowly move towards the South Carolinian coast, making landfall somewhere in the vicinity of Myrtle Beach, probably a little bit to the southwest. Let's take a look at some models while we're here. The GFS model does not have this storm very strong at all. Currently only at 1,012 millibars as it moves it inland, pretty much right where the NHC predicts it. So the GFS is right in line with the NHC. Taking a look at the ECMWF, the ECMWF has the storm stronger at 1,008 millibars and pretty much has it making landfall in the same spot as the GFS model. However, there is always one outlier, and the NAM model is the outlier in this case, where it has the storm stall off the coast for longer of a period of time and also take a sharp turn north and make landfall near the South Carolina-North Carolina border. So, current satellite imagery of Subtropical Storm Ana, and it doesn't even look like a frontal system at all. It looks like a pure subtropical system. Taking a look at the Dvorak imagery, and we can see a huge blow-up of thunderstorms to the south and east of the system. That's probably where the 45-mile-an-hour winds are. Taking a look at sea surface temperatures right now, the green dot representing where the storm currently is. And currently there's still 23 to 25 degrees centigrade waters in the vicinity of the storm, getting much cooler as you get closer to the shore, probably even down to 20, maybe even down into the teens, which will definitely be a sign of weakening for the system as it gets closer to the shore. Taking a look at the wind shear map, and basically wind shear is non-existent in this area of the Atlantic, so that could be a sign of strengthening and the wind shear is decreasing over the area. However, on the water vapor imagery, the dry air is really starting to get into the center of the cyclone, which could impede development. It might even be the reason why it's stationary right now. So, main points. Subtropical Storm Ana has not strengthened in the past 12 hours. Winds will certainly not be the major threat at landfall. And same thing with storm surge, not a major threat, 1 to 2 feet at high tide maximum. Rainfall should be between 2 to 4 inches over the Carolinas, locally 6 to 8 inches depending on how slow it moves, and it should move quickly up the eastern seaboard after landfall, making minimal effects. Elsewhere in the world, we have Typhoon Newell, which is now strengthened to 120 miles an hour and a CDPS rating of 28. So it's gotten a little bit stronger, and we even see the eye pop out of the storm in recent images, but it's going underneath another replacement cycle. Meanwhile, we have Tropical Depression 7W, which is actually has strong enough winds to have a tropical storm, but the JMA still has it as a tropical depression. Currently has a CDPS rating of just 14. The next update will be midnight. We'll see you then.